Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? I'm gonna invite our Stephanie. Let's see. Stephanie, come. Fantastic. Good morning, Stephanie. Can you join? Let's keep trying. Oh, there she is. Fantastic.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm so happy you have time for our Lovejoy Mamas and for everyone to hear your testimony about your habits and your life-changing transformation, motherhood, whatever, healthy living, you name it.
I'm
Thank you.
happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, a pleasure. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We have the lovely Stephanie in the house. I'm Alexandra. I'm a Pilates coach, certified and graduated in London, body control Pilates school in 2015. But I've been practicing on my own since 2007. So I kind of had 7 years to build my passion to get my certificate, and then nearly 9 years now teaching it. And I can tell you it's changed not only my life, but I can see the difference in my clients' lives. And not only physically, the ability and the strength, but the mental, the emotional stability and strength. So I think you agree exercise does that anyway, right?
Yeah. I
Yes.
love that. Yeah, I love your story. It's so inspiring. And you know what? Pilates is not something that I've done it before, but it's not part of my everyday life. Like it's for you. So
Yeah.
I'm always eager to, expand and learn more about different things. And so I'm happy that we connect because I get to, experience something new probably in the
Yeah.
coming weeks, months.
Thank you. Yes, yes, absolutely. I mean, Pilates is Joseph Pilates. There's so many. There's contemporary, there's classical, but I kind of combine all of them. So I make sure this method and this discipline is used by our body in any way possible. And I like my Lovejoy comes because I want moms to feel that self-love when they're working out because they want to, because their body can, and because it's good for them, not because like it's not a punishment, and it's not because they hate their belly or they hate their body. It's because they love themselves and they do it out of this love. And then we have so much fun in class that joy kind of keeps going for, the endorphins, all the nice hormones keep going for a while.
Yeah,
So
love
yes,
it. Love it.
so since I met you on that Christmas party, I've been so excited to hear. Um, I want to, I want to just be not like you, but I want to have that discipline, that consistency with my habits, with my healthy daily routine. So everybody's question here, I'm sure, is what does Stephanie do every day? What's the first thing she does when she wakes up and when she goes to bed? So tell us a little bit about this.
Okay, so first off, I just want to say that no one's perfect. So, with Instagram and all the social media, we only see the highlight reels. But
Yeah.
like, I'm still a work in progress, and I feel like we really need to focus on progression and not perfection in
Oh,
everything that we do. And so this is my mantra, to always focus on how can I get 1% better? How can I increase, like just evolve, like only by 1% today?
yes, yes.
And so this is really how I try to do it. And I try to not go into feeling guilty, or if, let's say, I don't do exactly what I thought I was going to do.
Yes.
So when I wake up in the morning, I have two young girls. They are 6 and 8, so they go to school. I start with a big glass of water with a slice of lemon. So this is just because I know my body, usually our bodies are dehydrated when we wake up in the morning. So it's really important before we take anything else, before we grab a coffee, like we tend to just go straight away for the coffee just because we're
Yes.
tired and we want to wake up. But the first thing we should do is really grab some water. I would also recommend filtered water if you can.
100%.
Uh,
Making me
yeah.
thirsty now.
So a big glass of water with a slice of lemon. And then I still drink coffee. a lot of my friends don't, but I still do. I love the taste of coffee. Yeah, you too. Okay.
Me too.
So,
I can't. I tried to give it up, and I felt so miserable. It was horrible. Yes, I couldn't.
yeah, yeah. So I try to only take one a day,
Yeah.
and not like I try to wait an hour, 90 minutes would be the perfect time to
Okay.
start taking your coffee.
Everybody, take notes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not always easy. Like sometimes I just want to, start my day with a coffee.
Yeah.
So this is the first thing I do, my glass of water, then coffee. Then I take my greens, my fruits and vegetables, because we always need more. I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, but I feel like I don't eat all the colors of the rainbow every day. So I grab my greens, my probiotics to support my gut health. So I have this concoction actually that I'm drinking right now, and a lot of water. So I keep drinking more and more water
That's
to,
how your skin is glowing, right? That's your secret of your
yeah, that's my
skin.
secret. Yeah, and also there's a collagen booster in it as
Oh
well.
my gosh.
So
Okay.
it's
Writing
like a,
notes. Notes. Taking notes. Water, lemon. 90 minutes to coffee. Still here? Can you still see
okay,
me?
okay,
Yes.
yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
We're good, we're
So
good.
the greens. Yeah.
Yeah, the greens with the probiotics and the collagen booster, just so I know I give my body a lot of micronutrients, antioxidants, like to start the day. And I see, my life wasn't always on the healthy living side. Like anybody else, I've had years where I was swollen. I was so like my body was inflamed. I don't know if it's the right word. As
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can hear, I'm French Canadian,
No,
so
no, no. It's
let
perfect.
me know
Explain.
if I don't
It's
talk properly.
perfect. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And so I wasn't always like that, but year after year after year, I try to integrate a new habit and then a new one so that it became my identity. And when our habit will dictate our reality. And so we really need to be conscious of all the little things that we do on a daily basis, because it can, like, it's so small, the difference between an extraordinary life and extraordinary, health, and like feeling vibrant and feeling alive and having mental clarity. That's what we want,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the
100%.
longest time, like I want to be healthy, old and healthy. I don't want to be old and miserable. I
Yeah.
want to be healthy for as long as I can. And then if I'm not healthy anymore,
Yeah.
like I'm out of here,
Yeah. Yeah.
So the line is so thin in between, like all the little things that we can do that get compounded over time. And sometimes we tend to not see that only going for a 10-minute walk. 10-minute walk, it's nothing. But sometimes we think, well, it's not enough. It's not enough to move my body today, but it is enough.
Better than
It is
nothing.
enough if you
For
do
sure.
it day after day after day. Not only because you will be moving your body, which is good for your gut health and your mental health, but it's also good for vitamin D. Just being outside, we're meant to go outside. And even I'm going all over the place, but I was listening to one of the most renowned gut health doctor. Her name is Amy Shaw, and she was saying like the most optimal thing you can do is on an empty stomach, go outside, like work out outside in the morning with the sun. It's so good for your gut health. And
Wow.
so I'm not doing like that right now, but this morning I went for, so we have this 30-day challenge that we're doing, me and my husband, for the next 30 days. So we do 100 squats, 100 push-ups, and 100 bear touches. So we did it
A
yesterday. So we're only
hundred.
on day
I'll be
two.
done with. Oh wow.
Okay,
Yes.
so we're only on day two. But then after that, we do a yoga flow, just, to get the breathing going. And then I went outside for a 30-minute walk. And I feel so good. I feel so good. It's not like it's something that, I mean, the walk and the yoga floor, the Pilates, like everybody can integrate that in their daily
Yes.
routine.
Yes. Yes. I'm definitely up to a new challenge coming up. 15 minutes Pilates every day. But
Wow.
I'm really intrigued. So water is so important, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Hydration.
Yeah.
Then you get your caffeine anyway because it gives you pleasure because we want to have some pleasure as well. And then you put your giant, is that like a, it's not a normal,
It's
it's
like
not
a
a normal,
mason jar. It's
it's
a
a,
big mason jar.
okay,
So I get to drink that, and there's also like fibers in it so
fibers.
that I'm not hungry right away.
Okay.
And then after that, I will have my protein smoothie.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that's your breakfast. There's no toast and butter and cheese and nothing
I
there.
mean, sometimes
Yeah.
I still grab a toast, or I'll just finish my girl's toast in the morning.
Yeah.
But most of the time, like I would say, well, every day
Yeah.
almost, I'm having my protein smoothie just because I feel I've been doing that for almost 8 years now, and I've never looked back. Never looked back. I feel so much more energized. And although, like, a lot of people don't know, your followers, but I'm an ex-international athlete, and I used to like thought I was eating healthy. I thought I was doing the right thing. But now, knowing everything that I know today, everything was all over the place, and I don't feel like I fueled my body the right way. So, for the recovery, for the performances, I know it could have been so much better with all the knowledge I have today.
Yes. Because you did your master's in food and science after your athleticism
Yeah.
your career. Yeah.
Yeah, so so I'm a food chemist by profession, and then I started a master's degree in functional foods. But I would say that most of my knowledge that I have today in food and science came from my entrepreneurial journey from the last 7.5 years, because I've been surrounded by so many people that have an holistic approach, that have a different view, that, integrative medicine, like a different way of seeing health. And this is where I learned most of what I know today concerning gut health, healthy habits.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it makes such a big difference, just the little things. And
Right.
sometimes we see it so big,
Yes.
and we just have to start with one thing, one little thing that will, it's like the domino effect. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Okay. So protein is new to me. I just started a couple of years now, maybe. And I already see the weight loss. I already see more muscle definition. And we don't usually eat meat. We're vegetarian. We eat only fish and eggs. And I do like my feta and I do like my yogurt, but we don't do steaks and lamb chops and pork chop and all that. So it's just recently we started to eat a whole chicken and it feels so whole. I feel so satisfied. I don't want to snack. I feel much more energized and I can keep doing Pilates like 3, 4 classes a day when I have my smoothie, like you just said.
Yeah.
So hydration, coffee, your green, your protein smoothie. So how much is enough protein for a person? I know we discussed briefly yesterday, but can we share again with everybody?
Yeah, so there's different ways of thinking when it comes down to protein intake, but what we have to know is that most people don't take enough protein on a daily basis. We're in a society where, even our kids, they grab cereals and a toast in the morning, like full of carbs and unhealthy, like food additives.
Yeah,
And so we wonder why they're not focused when they're in class.
sugar.
Their glycemic index, and even us, like our glycemic index is all over the place. And so bringing in more protein and healthy fats balances everything out. And so we're more like a straight line as when it comes down to our glycemic index.
Yeah,
So the thing is, like, some people think that if they grab like a big steak and like all the protein at the same time, that it will compensate for the whole day. But there's a maximum that we can intake,
okay.
like because if not, it will just be, well, like our bodies will just get rid of it. So like for me, I'm a very active person. So it's in between 1 gram of protein per pound to 1.3, even 1.6 in certain cases. For the people that do more like muscular things like Olympic bars and all these things.
Yeah,
And so I would say 1 for 1 pound, like 1 gram of protein per pound. And I wouldn't go over 25, 30 grams of protein per meal. And so, yeah,
Okay.
so we got to find like healthy snacks that integrate proteins as well. And
Okay.
but it's all about balancing out throughout the day.
Okay. So what's your favorite protein snack then? So we touched all the liquid stuff so far.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so protein snacks, there's so many options. I mean, like hummus with veggies. I also do like a cookie dough, like uncooked cookie dough, but with my protein powder. Like that's usually after dinner when I feel like I didn't get enough protein during my dinner. So I just
Oh,
make a
I
little
saw
bit.
it last night.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
so good and it's so easy to do. It takes
I
me 30
put
seconds.
protein powder in my yogurt
Yep.
and eat that before bed sometimes if I'm
Yep.
really hungry. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it cuts right away. Like, sometimes a lot of people have a hard time not eating after dinner,
Yeah.
but just make sure that you don't eat like sweet things before going to bed. Make
Yeah.
sure that it's packed with protein, then you won't be hungry after, and
Yeah.
your body will use it throughout the night. So healthy snacks. There's so many things that we can do.
Just you,
Yeah,
what for in your like daily life, like
yeah.
Stephanie's
I'm
snack.
not really like I don't have, how can I say that? Like in the morning, I do have my routine, but then I really listen to my body. And
Okay.
so if I'm not hungry, I'm not eating.
Yeah.
But when I'm hungry and I want to like munch on something, I will. We're mostly vegetarian at home. Like you said, and you're changing. And it's good to listen to our bodies. There's a school of thought that is all about our blood type, that some people should eat more meat and some people, so I'm with my blood type, I should
Yeah.
be vegetarian.
You what? You
I,
vegetarian?
I
Okay.
should be vegetarian. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
So, it's just, I don't say it's for everyone, but it makes sense because I really do feel good when
Yeah.
I only eat plant-based.
Okay.
But that's personal for me. But it doesn't mean that we don't eat, like we eat eggs, we eat different things
Yeah.
at home. So what else can I do? Like I have so many things. I eat fermented foods on a daily basis, like
Good for the
kimchi,
guts. Yeah.
sauerkraut, good for the
Yeah.
gut. And so I could do, let's say, like a rice cracker with hummus or guacamole and fermented foods over top and like sprouts. That's
Okay.
really good. Like it's filled with a lot of good things.
Yeah.
Um, what else do I do? I'm like, I don't know. There's so many
Do
things
you,
that
what is your thoughts around all this butter, nut butter, peanut butter? Because I know people think it's full of protein, but for me, it's just fat,
it's fat. It's fat. A lot
right?
of people think that peanut butter on toast in the morning, that it's filled with protein. No, 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 no. It's fat. It's
Fat.
mostly fat.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you eat like a handful of nuts, you're eating fat. Yes, it contains protein, but the ratio is mostly fat.
So
And so
that's
people have to be careful. Yeah, I
yeah.
do eat a lot of nuts. Like if I make myself a big salad, I will have nuts. I will make sure that I have a little bit of everything in my
Yeah.
salad. A lot of colors. And we eat tempeh, tofu. Sometimes we eat fish, and I will just try to diverse as much as I can. We should be eating in between 20 to 30 different variety of fruits and vegetables
Yeah.
on a weekly basis. Who does that? Like,
Wow.
it's not easy. It's not easy,
No.
especially with kids.
Yeah.
Like, it always comes down to cucumbers, broccoli,
Carrots. That's it.
carrots, tomatoes sometimes.
Yeah.
And so, like, we have to be conscious and try new recipes.
My friend from Nutrition Connection in the comments, she's saying, I love having a boiled egg as a protein-rich
Yep,
snack, and
yep.
I love roasted chickpeas or edamame.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good snack.
That's
Yeah,
a
I
good
love
one.
that
Yeah.
too. So good. Roasted chickpeas, so good. With
Yeah.
the right spices and everything, it's so good. Mm.
So, okay, for someone who is clueless, right? They want to change their life from like binging at night with pizza and poutine and bag of chips and sandwiches and movie night and Netflix,
Yeah.
and waking up in the morning all like bleh, and they're
Yeah.
just like dragging their feet. Someone who needs a complete lifestyle renewal, how would you kickstart them? Because they sounds overwhelming. You cannot go from this lifestyle to like green smoothie, water,
Yeah.
lemon, greens. It's just like, what is the little kickstarting steps that one can take to feel at least better about themselves, not
Yeah.
like discouraged the next day if they didn't do all these things.
Yeah. So everything starts at the grocery store.
Okay.
If you don't have it in your environment, you won't eat it. That's so like I mean, if I had a chocolate cake in my fridge right now, I would probably eat it today. That's
Yeah.
the thing. Like I'm disciplined. Yes, I know a lot of things about healthy living, but I'm human like anybody else. So I'm really conscious about what I bring in my home, in my fridge, in my cupboards, like everywhere. I'm really conscious about that. And so, so that's my first tip,
Yeah.
to really be conscious about that. And then
Your environment, change the environment basically.
change the
The
environment.
cupboards, the
Yep.
fridge. Yeah.
Yep. Because the environment will dictate your habits
Hmm.
usually. And even it's that also goes for the people you surround yourself with.
Oh
So look at the
yes.
people around you. Do they have
Yes.
healthy habits? Are
You
you
need to hang
surrounded
out,
by
girl.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's so important. And the more you will go towards healthy habits, the
Yeah.
more you will attract these like-minded people around you.
Yeah.
And it also goes for the financial standpoint. Look at everyone around you. Is everyone broke and always talking about how expensive life is and all these
Yeah.
things, or they're
Make,
talking about their new project and their new, like all the investments that they're doing,
yes. Yes.
and so it's so important. The environment is so, it's the first thing that we need. We all need to,
Eliminate chips and cookies from the cupboards,
yeah.
guys.
It doesn't mean that we don't eat chips.
Yeah.
It's just, it's something special. It's not something on it that we will have on a daily basis.
It's a
So
treat.
from time to time, we
Yeah.
will have popcorn when we watch a movie as a family, but it's a special event.
Yeah.
And we're so much in a like overconsumption in society now, and in every area, it's like food wise, like everything, materialism, like everything we just
Yes.
overconsume. And so we need to be conscious, like just being conscious of what gets in your mouth, and really seeing your body as your vehicle, and like, okay, so how do I want to take care of myself? Like, this is the only vehicle that I have. I
Yeah.
must start to love it.
It's
And the
your home.
more,
It's your home
yeah,
forever.
and
Yeah.
the more you love yourself and you love your body and you love life and you love everything around it, the more you will want to respect it. The more you will want to treat it right.
Yeah.
And so
Absolutely.
it really starts with also self-love
And mindset. Yeah. And the
and
mindset.
mindset.
Yeah.
And so, and most of the time when people think they're hungry, they're actually thirsty. So
Yes.
start
I
with a glass
noticed
of
that.
water. Yeah. So instead of just going right away for
It's not.
anything, the
Yeah.
fridge right away. And
I carry
I
this
work from,
thing with me all the time. I'm like, I'm hungry. No, I'm just
yeah,
thirsty.
I'm thirsty. Yeah. And I work from home. I work in my kitchen.
Yeah.
My
Me
fridge
too.
is,
Me too. It's the office.
I mean, it's not always easy,
Yeah.
especially when I have like different things to eat that I know, oh, I crave that. I want to eat that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so the environment, self-love, the glass of water, and start with one thing. And it's really like, for some people, some of my friends, they say, oh, but it's easy for you. It wasn't always easy. We made that decision and we educated ourselves. My
Exactly.
husband had severe asthma 8 years ago.
Wow.
He hasn't renewed his prescriptions in 8 years because
Congratulations.
we changed the way we were eating. We went on a anti-inflammatory foods like diet. I can say it's not a
Yeah.
diet, like it's just being conscious about everything that you eat.
Yeah.
And so we saw it, and for the first time, I had a healthy relationship with foods, something that I didn't have my whole life. But I feel like, so it's not about restriction, but it's more about, oh, I love eating fruits and vegetables. I see life, like, it, it gives me life because I
Yes,
eat
yes,
something that's
yes,
alive.
yes. We are what we eat. It's true. People laugh about this. But yeah, if we eat a donut, we don't transform into a donut. You can still have the little treats, but it's
Yeah,
not like the main source of nutrition. There's zero nutrition. It's all pleasure. The whole joy is just in the mouth. Once
yeah,
it goes down, there's zero, nothing good in it. This
no, no
like,
joy.
yeah.
Yeah,
So another thing I wanted to say, for someone who uses their phone a lot, and I have a mobile app, my Lovejoy Pilates is an app. I use an application called Yandex, I think, and basically it's a free app. It's got a little carrot, and every time I go to the supermarket, I scan the codes. So if I really want so badly to eat the cookie, and I scan and find the one that is the less harmful for me.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it takes me a little longer, but at least I'm like, I don't go blindly this cookie because
yeah,
it's
yeah,
good in
yeah.
the picture, you know. I,
Yeah,
I
that's a good,
yeah. So I
yeah,
have this new scanner now that I find, and sometimes the healthy section of the shelves that they're overpriced, and you think because they're overpriced must be the best. You scan them and you see that is bullshit. That
yeah,
even then is full of sugar. Like all the gluten-free stuff is more sugar,
yeah,
is more starch, is more like
yeah,
it's making you more thirsty. Is yeah, you really need to be careful. Even if you want to go healthy, like educate yourself because there's a lot of stuff in the supermarket shelves
yeah,
calling themselves healthy that is not good.
yeah. You're so right. You're so right. And what we started to do 8 years ago is that if we want a dessert, we will cook it.
Yes, exactly. Bake it.
Yeah, we're baking it. And
Exactly.
so my girls, they're like, Mom, what's for dessert? Well, we have to cook it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
so
yeah.
they're like involved and they know that it's a process. And we don't use like refined sugar. We will use dates or applesauce or maple syrup, a lot of maple syrup. Yeah. And so that's how we sweet things here.
Yes.
And there's so many things that we don't need in our fridge or cupboards that we still do. And so
Yes.
just being more and more conscious. And
Yeah.
we actually, like, I know you have your 30-day, it's a 30-day
It's
program, right?
21 days. It's 21
21 days.
days.
Sorry.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah, yeah.
doing the 30 days because
Yeah.
we do have a 30 days to healthy living,
In
which
your, yeah.
includes like all the recipes and all the different things to integrate healthier habits. And it starts on
Yeah.
January 8th. So if anybody wants more information, but you also have a 21 days
Yes.
that you
I
wanted to
have
talk about.
my challenge starting the 10th of January, and I want to make sure people fall in love with Pilates without overwhelming them. So it's only like 15 minutes every day. And it's not like, oh, when do I find this 15 minutes? It's like you wake up, you drink your water, and you do that straight after. And then the rest of your day starts amazing, you know? So it's just like habit stacking, you know? You wake up, you brush your teeth, you drink your water, you do your 15 minutes, and then you have your breakfast and you start your day. I
Yeah,
think that's gonna already create a better, you know, lifestyle and movement, bring joy in the movement, and even like things like make a habit of have your leggings and your yoga clothes by your bed. So as
yeah,
soon as you step out of the bed, you step on them and you need to put them, you cannot ignore the workout
yeah,
clothes, you know?
yeah. Yeah. I
Yes.
love that. Yeah. So you
Yes,
have a good trick.
there's going to be some meals in there. There's 3 weeks worth of meal plans for Mediterranean or anti-inflammatory or like busy moms. They just have, you know, you want to cook everything in one pot, so it's called the one pan meal plan.
Yeah.
And the other thing is hydration, like you said, the lemon. So small, just small habits and sleep. Okay, so if you wear so we talked about hydration and protein. So what's the next most important thing for a healthy mama, a busy, healthy mama?
Well, I would say, well, so we talked about hydration, movement,
Yeah,
sleep.
sleep, right?
Sleep is so important, and we tend to neglect it. But it's right up there with foods and movement. So
Yeah.
sleep is a crucial part of having healthier habits.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so your top secret, is it your greens? Is it your protein? Is it your movement? What's your number? If you had like zero time to do anything,
Oh,
one thing you will do no matter what, like no matter what. You wouldn't skip it. Never, ever, ever.
okay. I wouldn't skip my greens.
Okay.
This has been part of my life for years and years, and I really do feel the difference when I take my greens. And it's something that's so easy to do. Like moving your body, you still need time to do it.
Yeah.
And I drink my greens. So let's say I have a super, super busy day and I don't have time to move, which is I don't feel like we never have time to move. Like
Yeah.
there's always an option. There's
Yeah.
always like a
Yeah.
little 10-15 minutes that we can
Exactly.
squeeze in.
Exactly.
But I would say my greens, and then, but I need all of that to feel good. I
I
need,
tried. I tried the Be Well. The Be Well is just one of my favorite. The minute I opened the lid and I inhaled it, I was like, oh, this feels like Mother Earth loving me. You know, it's just the
oh, I love
smell.
that. I love that.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my gosh, it's something between wheatgrass shots. You know, I used to do them a lot,
Yeah,
and spirulina is like the two smells like combined with all the fruits and whatever they
yeah,
have in there.
yeah,
So I did try it. I have tried a lot of the Arbonne products, and
yeah.
yeah, it's easy. It's easy to get hooked in.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, with the protein. I know you really enjoy is it the chocolate proteins?
The
I can't
mocha one was my
Oh,
favorite.
the
Yeah.
mocha.
So
Yeah.
basically, I finished the bag. I had a big bag, and I was like, "Well, I'm not sure about it." And then I start following you, and I put my little cacao in it, a little cacao powder,
Yeah.
and then my coconut milk blended, and I had it hot. One day you said hot mocha, and I heated it up, and I was like, what is this? Uh, I was doing it every day after I finished it. So I know there's an offer, or there was an offer to get more mochas, right?
Yeah, it was a
It's,
limited
yeah,
time edition, unfortunately, but
yeah, I'm very slow with these things. But yeah, the combination of coffee taste and chocolate
yeah,
is just like the pleasure, mind blowing. And then get the protein in there. Yeah, it's just like happiness,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
it.
Agreed.
Yeah. I need to get these giant mason jars though, because I feel like every time I do the correct portion, it's not the little jars, they're not enough, right? They're just
No, no, and it's such a good way of just, drinking more water,
yeah,
basically.
yeah, absolutely. Okay, other secrets you want to share, or anyone has any questions? Because we are going a little bit over. We wanted to keep it 30 minutes. We know everybody's busy. So if you guys have any questions, you can drop it in the comments and I can ask Stephanie, or any other top secrets anyone want to share. Let's see, I hope Arbonne bring it back. It's so good.
Oh, the mocha.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Chocolate flavored essential oil. Yeah, it's the
Oh
cocoa
my God,
base. It's amazing.
yeah, I tasted that thing.
So we have some protein lovers here. It's good.
Yes. It's incredible.
Yeah, but anything I would say, just like be patient and just keep going until it becomes, oh, that's what I wanted to say earlier.
Yeah,
So we have
yeah,
friends that say it's so easy for you guys, and but the thing is, I wouldn't be able to have my old habits. Like people think that doing all that I do is hard, it's challenging, which is not, because it's my new identity. I see myself as a healthy person. I
yeah,
see myself as something that loves to work out. I see myself, and it's having this accountability with yourself. Like, how do I want to show up? When do I show up being my best self? Is
yeah,
when I take care of myself.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so when you start seeing yourself that way, then it becomes your identity and you can't go back. Like, I wouldn't be able to go back in my old habits, even though people say, oh, it must be so hard doing what you're doing. And I think it must be so hard doing what you're doing. It's because we don't have the same identity, but everyone can change their identities anytime.
Yeah,
Anytime. We don't have, like, it's not just when we're young. We're not victims of, oh, I grew up that way and that way. No. if just learn about neuroplasticity, we all get to change the neural connections in our brains. We can change our lives and our realities anytime.
Yes,
On it.
become new identity. That's the one. When
Yeah.
I read the book Atomic Habits, he talks
Yeah.
about that. Become that new person you want to be.
Yeah.
You want to be the best Pilates teacher. Be, you know, that identity and just like go for it. You want to be an expert in nutrition, do that nutrition course. You know, it's like that. And I want to have also a little testimony to share about my husband as well. He used to live in France, and I know French are famous for their cuisine. There's a lot of meat, a lot of butter, a lot of bread, a lot of yummy stuff, right?
Yeah.
And lots of wine, right? Listen to this now. So because of all the drinking of the wine and the cheese and the steaks and the meat and all that, he developed a permanent sinusitis. Every month he needed to take antibiotics because he was in so much pain, right? And he
Wow.
had acne all over his back. I don't know if anyone ever experienced acne just on the back. When I met him, it was terrible. And we start doing a juice fasting and drinking lots of greens and eating raw food. We went straight into like changing our habits right away, and he immediately got rid of his sinusitis. We're married for 10 years, 11 years. I know no more sinusitis, no more antibiotics.
Wow.
And for sure, he cleared his back. There's no more acne. So this is just think about all the healthy benefits, like how holistic it is. Like you don't need a medical care all the time. You're not addicted to drugs. You know, it's just incredible how cleaning your inside can affect all your health conditions. You know, anything chronic. I'm sure if you can try nutrition first before you take a surgery or medical, you know, try first is just the simplest thing to do, I think, right?
We have so much more power, like
Yeah,
inner power, but we
yes,
tend to only rely on external things,
yes, yes,
except that there's so many things that comes from the
yes,
inside. But it's just, taking back this power, that inner power that we all have within
yes,
ourselves.
yes. I love it. I love, oh, Stephanie, thank you so much. We share so much wisdom, and we are so inspired. And I wish everybody good luck in their challenge, in whichever challenge you want to take. I love
I
it.
mean, it's all good. You can do
High five.
everything. Why not doing all the challenges?
Yeah. And you lifting weights, right? Is that your favorite thing to do right now, or running? What's your favorite?
Favorite sport?
Yeah.
Oh, running. I love running, trail running. But we also have a gym at home, so I love doing like circuits
Yeah,
and
different
like
things.
I
Yeah.
love to I love to feel my muscles, but also sweat and so it's like a little bit of everything. But
Yeah.
I'm integrating more mobility things because it's so important, especially when we grow old. That's why I think Pilates is amazing
Yes. Yes.
because we get to really like stretch, the
Posture.
hips and
Yeah.
it's so the posture, yeah, everything. It's so
Yes.
important.
Yes. Joseph Pilates said, like I shared yesterday, you know, you're old as your spine. If you're 30 and your spine is stiff and cannot move, you're old. If you're 60 and your spine is flexible, you're young. So it's always mobility as well, and muscles, because we need
Yeah.
to protect our bones and our joints. And yes, thank you, Stephanie. Have an
Thank you.
amazing day,
Thank you so much.
everybody.
You too.
Take
Bye.
care and reach out to Stephanie if you have any more questions about Arden.
Thank
And
you so much.
take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.